Good morning, everyone. I am going to be showing you how to bring your pop art still life to life of your Jibbit. So everyone chose their own Jibbit, and you can see that the bottom of mine was more realistic in color, but you have some choices to make based on color before you start painting. So we talked last time about how you could go with black outlines or realistic colored outlines. And then on the inside, you can also go realistic in color or abstract in color. So I started mine in a realistic way because, well, I did black outlines, but mine is actually black outlines. Some of yours are not. And then the other thing to think about is finishing your outlines with the color that you want to use. I started mine in a realistic way, but you do not have to continue on with realism the whole time. So again, pop art is bright in color, and that's what we're going with our style. So this one, for example, looks more realistic color in the center with an abstract background. This one, I started mine realistic color at the bottom. So I'm, for example, going to make this red with my watercolor. Remember to rinse your brush between colors. If you want the color to be brighter or darker, really wiggle your brush like I'm doing now into the paint so that it's more highly saturated, and just take your time. Now, once I start painting my artwork, again, I am going to go with actually realistic color right here, but then I'm going to change it to abstract in color when we get up here, because I just don't want to paint the whole thing gray. I want it to be more poppy than that. So I'm going to do more violets and yellows. You can also think about the color wheel in terms of complementary colors. So again, I'm doing opposite colors, violet and yellow. Blue and orange are opposites. So think about the color scheme you might want to do. You could do analogous colors, complementary colors make each other look brighter. That's why this person used orange for their pizza and blue for their background. So thinking about the color wheel can help you make these decisions of what your background will be and what colors you're using next to each other in here. So I am now going to mix up some green. And then blue. And okay, so you are just going to be painting these in, really wiggle your brush into the color to make it more saturated. I'm probably going to do another layer on all of those later, but I need to kind of brainstorm here. I think I want this to look like it's illuminated. So I kind of want to do like violet and yellow. I'm kind of thinking, do I want yellow to be in here or do I want yellow to be out here? I'm kind of indecisive on that. Maybe I do actually yellow and orange. So I'm going to do a yellow line for these, all of these. Take your time while you're painting. And then I'm going to paint the other area orange. Please make sure you're leaving the watercolors on the tray. I only lifted this one up because it was over there. I had to go grab it. All right, we're going to go orange here. All right, so I finished up the orange. Now I'm painting in this purple. So you can see that the pop art style is really fun because it takes something abstract in color and makes it more bold, more unique, more interesting to the eye. The gray would definitely have bored me a little bit, and you can use these as your inspiration. I'll leave those up for you. But again, you want to think about color theory. So like if I just use a whole rainbow, it's going to look rainbow, but I don't really want it to feel rainbow. I want it to feel like I have a color scheme. So I'm going to limit my color down to like 3 colors. Again, These are kind of analogous with the orange, yellow, and violet, but they're also complementary because violet and yellow are opposites on the wheel. So if I move to, let's say, a purple down at the bottom, I'm still in that color scheme because I'm going with those opposites. And then I'm going to go with my yellow up here, I guess. Right? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go with yellow lines. And I'm thinking kind of this purple can extend around the edge. I guess I'll go with purple up here too. Maybe I'll go green up there. No, I'm gonna go purple. So decide on your color scheme. I also already did this in white so that when I'm painting, I don't have to be as careful about those white spaces, tints. And I'm starting to think about my background. Sometimes it's best to let things dry too before you start trying to do these harder edges, because it'll blend if not. But my background, I want to be a complementary color or opposite to what I already have. So I have these purples and yellows and oranges. So I might even go really opposite and do like a bold contrasting black. But this is what we're doing for today, painting the inside. If you do get to the outside, remember we can use pattern, we can use complementary color or opposite color. Because if I do my background in purple, it's going to blend in. So we don't want that. I have to really think about what type of color I want to do back there that would not have already been used. Like, for example, if I use orange back there or light blue, it would work. But have a great art class. Remember that we want to use complementary colors where we can to make things pop even more. And be careful while you're painting. It's not a race. Take your time so that it looks nice and complete. Paint in all your white spaces. And I will see you next time. Have a great art class.